It's Mary with Mary. Hi guys, welcome to this episode. I'm so excited to talk to you guys a little bit more about World Youth Day and what exactly it is, more of the practicalities of what the week would look like. Speaking from experience from my World Youth Day, and each World Youth Day typically follows the same pattern more or less of what they do. Through this video, we'll be talking a little bit more about World Youth Day and more of the practicals of it, so stay tuned. Okay, awesome. So you're thinking about going to World Youth Day, and there are so many questions in your head whether or not you should or shouldn't go. So some of the practicalities with going are, who are you going with? And I think that's an important question to ask because that's how you're going to get there. So for many people, there are two options that you can pursue when going to World Youth Day. So since it's such a large event and it's been going on for years, many dioceses have groups set up to go. So typically there's one person who's in charge of the entire group, usually a youth minister or somebody within the diocesan level who works for the diocese. And so when I went to World Youth Day in 2016 in Poland, there were actually 100 of us in the group that I went with. And it actually wasn't the diocese that I was a part of. So that's something to keep in mind, is that you can go with a diocese that isn't even your diocese if they're hosting a trip. Ask some questions to the person who's in charge. Typically they have meetings before they leave to prepare you. And so just really know what you're getting yourself into and what the information is prior to committing yourself to going on the trip. The second route that you could go is you could go individually. So you could go by yourself or with a smaller group of people, maybe a group of friends from your college or from your hometown. And this is another great way to go when it comes to World Youth Day. When I went to Poland in 2016, we did so much within the 2-week pilgrimage. That's really what it was called, was a pilgrimage, right? So we saw Maximilian Kolbe stuff, we saw St. Faustina stuff, we literally toured Poland. I think we stayed at a different hostel or a different hotel basically every day, and we were constantly on a bus, and we had a tour guide. So it was really nice because we really were able to immerse ourselves into the full World Youth Day experience. And so I would personally recommend going with a group for World Youth Day, because that way you're with others and you're not by yourself. I feel like it can be kind of stressful to travel by yourself. And when you're with a group of people, it just takes the pressure off of you and it kind of puts it on someone else, which is nice, especially when you want to enter into this pilgrimage as full as you can. So the first few days of World Youth Day are simply you just doing World Youth Day things. The host site will have a lot of different events going on. So a lot of singers, a lot of praise and worship singers, a lot of speakers, a lot of events just to get you hyped up for the actual event. And so there'll be food trucks and just different things that are happening within the general vicinity that World Youth Day is taking place in. And then you'll also have Stations of the Cross one of the nights. You'll hear from the Pope a few of the nights. Yeah, you'll just really get to enter into these different events that they have for you. And at the end, of course, on Saturday, you will take the pilgrimage from wherever you are to this centralized location. And this is the area in which you'll have Mass with the Pope. A lot of people will, again, make that trek on Saturday or Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. And you'll be in this huge crowd of people making your way towards these campgrounds. And so you will need to bring a backpack for this and some kind of pad to sleep on, but you're not really in a tent. And I think that was one of the most surprising things for me when I went on the Camino, was that I thought like, oh, we're camping outside meant like we're actually camping, but in reality, you're just sleeping on a pad or a sleeping bag, and you're like literally out in the field. So make sure to bring really warm things to wear that night if you are camping. Make sure to bring a hat, some gloves, and like some kind of thing to wrap yourself up in so that when you wake up in the morning, you're not freezing cold. I know that it'll be in the summer, but even in Poland, I remember waking up and feeling that dew in the morning and just being really, really cold. And honestly, you might want to bring some earplugs if noise is really hard for you. I remember for me, I literally just zipped up my jacket and like put my hood over my head, and I just told myself, Mary, it doesn't matter how many spiders are out here, you're gonna go to bed. It was actually one of the best nights of sleep that I had gotten in my life. So really highly recommend that you just really prepare for that well and bring a backpack and whatever gear you need. Also bring snacks, because last time food was pretty scarce when it came to eating. So definitely bring some food. Hopefully they do that a little better than Poland did. And then of course on Saturday there are more festivities, and it's just so cool because you're also meeting people. You can go to confession with priests that you've never met in your life, and throughout the time you'll also be trading things from your country. So this is another thing that I wish I would have known, is that World Youth Day is all about getting to know people from other countries. So you typically hand stuff out from your country. People love getting stuff from the United States, so bring something that's unique from your country. Maybe it's a button, maybe it's a prayer card, maybe it's a bandana. People love bandanas, so maybe you bring like 100 bandanas. But if you're really into crafty things, bring something that you make, because then it becomes so much more unique to you and your country. And also wear clothes that show that you're from the country that you're from. Each group will have a flag, and so it's really cool that you can see the different groups that are out there. From there, you usually have adoration, praise and worship at night. And that's really beautiful because it's a candlelit adoration ceremony, which is so amazing. And then following, you go to bed, hopefully. The next day is when you have mass with the Pope. And so bring anything that you want blessed by the Pope. So if you have rosaries, if you have pictures, literally whatever you want to bring, just bring it forth. And that's just a beautiful time to really be united with the Universal Catholic Church and to receive Jesus in the Eucharist. Just the prayerful atmosphere is so beautiful, and that's what really lends itself to that joy, is being united in the body of Christ and this fruitfulness that stems from being united with so many others. I hope you guys have a great time just thinking and praying about whether or not you're called to go to World Youth Day. And remember that the next one won't be for another 3 years. They'll announce where the new location is during Holy Mass on Sunday. So just really recommend that you think about going and allow the Lord to lead you. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day and God bless you. See you soon.